Are we live now? Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, recently visited Silicon Valley in the US and pitched our Nigerian tech space to their community. Tyler Perry bought a Tesla Model X for Tiffany Hadish. Talking about Tesla, we're going to be discussing Elon Musk. This is TechCity Discuss. My name is Ihumaya Isaac, and with me is
Shalewa Williams.
Princess Amen. So about the Vice President visiting Silicon Valley, what do you think?
I think it's good, and then I have my reservations about it. So there's a part of me that makes me think it's not necessary. But then I've seen what the creative industry and the tech industry have done with little or no infrastructure. So, and I know that they need a lot of investments, in the sector. So we can see the creative industry, the music industry, what they've done, over the last couple of years. They've basically put us on the map in Nigeria. So, and I know that a lot of tech space owners need a lot of help, in the sector. So I'll have to backtrack, a bit, just to feel a bit positive about this. So I know that Osinbajo, in June, inaugurated a 50-man panel on an advisory group on technology and creativity. And everything seems mapped out. So I think it's a positive thing. If he can attract investors, basically he's there to showcase the tech space and the creative space to investors, entrepreneurs, business leaders in general. So I think it's positive, considering what the tech guys have done with little or no infrastructure. But what I'll have to say is, I hope the government doesn't interfere too much. I hope that they give them just the infrastructure that they need and attract the right investment without interfering so much in this space. So those are my thoughts, basically.
But yeah, I recently heard that he has been receiving a lot of backlash on social media concerning this. So what do you say about that?
I think sometimes when new is always dangerous, we all know that. So if you tell me, oh, you're bringing something new, I might be interested, but then I'll still have my setbacks because I'll be scared that would this be good for me or not. So we hear Osinbajo decides to travel, and then he's bringing in, they are supposedly supposed to bring in this new investments to Nigeria that are supposed to help the tech industry. Now we have to think about, whether we like it or not, we have to think about Nigeria as an economy. Are we ready for this new development? Can we accept it? And then why not? Do we have the capacity to carry on with, to take up this new challenge? And then aside from that, if it's like you still telling me that they took people still within their circles. Now, these kind of things are supposed to be, I feel like these are supposed to be challenges for the young people just coming up, or young people who have ideas and they need to elaborate on it. But yet, we hear that he's taking representatives from already made circles, which could also mean they probably don't want to explore. They just want to try out what is already within themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? So all that definitely would give arguments or open minds to if this is just another reason to accumulate money from somewhere else, or is it really something that is supposed to touch the economy and then we move on with it. So people having a feedback about it and against being supporting such motion, I'm not really surprised, but then let's just cross our fingers and hope that it's actually for the good of the economy.
Step in the right direction.
Yeah, and if I could add to what she said, considering the things that are happening back home, the killings and the insecurity, a lot of people feel that's not our main priority for now. So we should focus on some other things. But I think we've seen in Nigerian, economy that the VP has been pro tech and innovation. He had a VP tour of tech in May. So I think that's what he's doing in his own field. But if you compare it with what is going on back home, then it seems like, you're doing something that is not necessary at the moment. So some people are concerned about the priorities that we have, as Nigerians.
In summary, what Professor Yemi Osinbajo has done is a step in the right direction. It's understandable that he will receive a lot of backlash, but this is going to help our community, it's going to help us as a nation. On to the next topic. Tyler buys Tiffany a Tesla. Princess, what would you have to say about that?
as I said, God send me a friend. Amazing stuff, actually. It's not really easy finding somebody who appreciates work these days and is like, you know what? I think you're doing great. Just take this. It's how would I say? It's God's blessing. You know, she on her own have been talking about how much she loves this car. You know,
that's how you got to know.
That's how you got to know that she actually was interested in the car. How social media was flooded with how much she wanted to ride in this car, and then they just worked on a project together. Nobody's fool. So I guess those were the kind of things that triggered. Probably working with her, you found out how amazing she was and how hardworking and how much she's actually worth such gifts. $80,000. No, it's no shit, man. It's no shit.
Yeah.
So it's good, I guess. It's good. It's good efforts. Well, we all know Tyler tries as much as he can to always do good. So put a smile on everybody's face. Reach my corner. So, but it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm happy for her, I guess.
So, Shalawa, do you have anything to say?
Yes, Tiffany has had a stellar year, you know, a stellar 2017 rather, and then it's continuing, you know, it's spilling over into 2018. So in 2017, she was, you know, she had a breakout role in Girls Trip, and her and Tyler, you know, have a movie they're working on, Nobody's Fool. So obviously they had some, you know, on camera, off camera, you know, camaraderie and speed and talk and everything. But I particularly have some take-home notes from this. She tweeted about something when she got the car, and then she said she was blessed to be surrounded by people who were, you know, who wanted to contribute, you know, happiness or something to that effect. So it's, you know, most times when we hear about entertainment, people in the entertainment sector or field, we basically hear about, you know, a lot of backbiting. That's what the media spread. So it's good to know that there's somebody that has someone's back, you know, so to speak rather, in the industry. Another take home, you know, for me would be that sometimes it's good to voice out whatever it is, you know. Tiffany Hadish is a very down-to-earth person. That's the brand that she sells, that kind of person she is. She's an ambassador for Groupon, so she says that she's a coupon person, basically. She discusses that she wouldn't buy an expensive bag if she doesn't have, you know, so much money to fit in. So she's a very down-to-earth person. She was able to air, you know, some of her requests, and she got a car. And Tesla is a very good one, so I'm happy for Tiffany. And Tyler Perry did something.
So what?
I said asked and shall be given to you. So she asked and it was given to her. So
speaking of the Tesla, if you know, were to go down into the car model, it's a Tesla Model X, and then it has, I think what particularly stands out for me.
Was it?
It's
navy
blue, yes, navy blue. Yeah, what particularly stands out for me at the hinged, you know, Falcon doors. You know,
that was really cool.
Exactly.
Sports car, so it has to be amazing.
Yeah, so
car.
taking her Girls Trip character, she's able to fit in,
Yeah,
you know, how other posters into the car. So
crazy.
Producer, we're working really hard, so you can as well get us a Tesla. What color do you want?
Red.
Red.
To make a
How about you?
statement.
I'm more of a black person.
Color. I think red. It's sharp.
Just to make a statement.
Speaking about Elon Musk, he's been in the news lately. So, Princess, what would you have to say about the recent things that are happening?
I would say I'm amazed. I'm amazed by how one man is able to change his community and make such great impacts even in the world. So let's take from the story. I'm sitting in my house thinking of how sad I should be, and then I'm like, you know, who is out there who can listen to my cry, and then I could send a petition and the person could help me probably rescue a friend of mine who is in the cave or something. So I just tweet and then I tell you, dude, can you like do something about this? And then you wake up and you're like, okay, there are people out there looking for a way out. I think I see trouble and I can fit into this. So it's not easy to find people who are like 1, 2, 3.
So Shalawa, what do you think about this?
I have to agree with a lot that she said. Elon Musk has proved to the world why he's an innovator, why he's not just a businessman, but then he's an innovator. The ability to be able to think up solutions and ideas is, you know, one attribute that he really has. He's able to think up, you know, an all-electric car with Tesla. He's able to think up, you know, going to space with SpaceX. And I think what is really commendable is the time frame given to sort all of this out. So he thinks about it, he builds it, he tries out in his pool. It's really, really commendable, although it wasn't deemed practical by the Thai government, you know. But the fact that he could come up with something is why Elon Musk is an innovator. And thankfully, the boys have been rescued. So, but he left the submarine in the cave, actually. So, you know, hopeful that to be useful some other time. Something had happened. But then, you know, it's really good.
Right, so that's some Batman moves there. Well done, Elon Musk. That's all we have today on TechCity Discuss. Please, let's hear your opinion about these issues, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Twitter.
And my name is Ihumeha Isaac.
My name is Princess Ame.
And I'm Shariwa Williams.
Bye.
Bye.